Ang price elasticity of demand or on price elasticity of demand. This is one of the very important elasticity concept which measures the response quantity demanded to a change in price of the product itself, holding constant the values of all other variables in the demand function. The demand curves vary with regard to the sensitivity of quantity demanded to price. For some goods, a small price change results to a big change in quantity demanded. For other goods, a big price change results to a small change in quantity demanded, and that is depending on your product. So, yung reasons kung bakit nga ba may mga products na sobrang laki ng changes in quantity demanded, basta nagkaroon ng changes in price, madadaanan natin yan sa mga later part of this discussion. The price elasticity of the demand is defined as the percent change in quantity demanded resulting from a percent change in the price, and we will use this formula. As you can see, pares lang naman siya doon sa formula kanina, di ba? But on the percentage of a change in quantity demanded of product X over a change in price of product X. Doon sa sinasabi natin on price elasticity, ang pinag-uusapan natin, if product X, ang hinahanap natin elasticity, the quantity demanded of product X and the price of product X. Okay? Own price. Meaning, yung product na pinag-produce mo, yun lang ang pinag-uusapan natin. And this formula is came from the demand function. Ito ulit yung demand function natin. Diba? Doon sa previous lesson, the demand function, quantity demanded of product X is the function of other variables that results to shift our demand, either increase or decrease. And using calculus, we have the result of this formula. Or in short, ito din yan. Okay? Suppose for an automobile dealership is offering 1,000 rebate on the purchase of a particular model. And as suggested, the rebate will result in a monthly increase in sales. What if ang increase ng sales niya is $10,000? It will result to a 10%, and this 10% is rather significant price decline. While if we have the same model price at $100,000, it will result to a 1%, which is relatively insignificant. In the first instance, potential buyers are likely to view the lower price as a genuine bargain, while on the second instance, buyers may view the rebate as a mere marketing ploy. But what if, given ang price elasticity natin, which is -2, and a change in price of 5%, what would be the quantity demanded of product change? So, ano gagawin natin? Baba natin yung formula. And we substitute the value. As a result, we have a percent change in quantity demanded is equals to 10. So, ano ibig sabihin ulit ng elasticity, diba? Depending on the sign and depending on the the value if that is greater than 1 or less than 1 or equal to 1 in absolute value. And ano ibig sabihin pa pag or equal to 1? Kapag ang demand elasticity natin is greater than 1, if greater than 1, we have elastic. Kapag naman ang elasticity demand natin is less than 1, that is inelastic. And if the elasticity is equals to 1, that is unitary elastic. Pero meron din tayong tinatawag na the price elasticity is equals to 0 and price elasticity is equals to infinite. Kapag equals to 0, that is perfectly inelastic. And kapag naman infinite, we have perfectly elastic. So, ano ibig sabihin pag elastic? Ano ngayon kung that is greater than 1? Kapag elastic, the quantity is sensitive to a change in price. Meaning, masyadong maraming substitutes available yung product na yon. That's why konting change in price, pwedeng magbago yung quantity demanded. So, kapag mas mataas yung price, in-increase the company yung price niya, yung quantity demanded is bumababa. Yan, pag elastic. Kapag naman inelastic, so when the demand is inelastic, that is insensitive. Yung quantity demanded of the product is insensitive. Example is the gasoline. So, kahit tumaas ang price ng gasoline, magkakaroon ng effect sa quantity demanded, pero just a little bit. Kasi kailangan pa rin naman ng tao yun. Dahil kukunti naman yung substitute natin for gasoline. So that is insensitive to a price change. While unitary elastic, that is exactly 1%. So in short, if we have 10% decrease on the quantity, meron naman tayong 10% increase in quantity. So that it results to 1. Pag perfectly inelastic, the demand is vertically straight line. Perfectly inelastic, wala siyang effect in quantity. Kahit tumaas, bumaba ang price niya, walang effect sa quantity. The quantity does not change, so the perfect change in quantity is 0 whenever there is a percent change in price. And ang example niyan is an insulin. While kapag perfectly elastic, horizontal line on the price. So, ang price natin naman ang hindi nagbabago. Kaya yung ating price elasticity is infinite. So, kapag nagbago ang price, when they change the price, no one will go in to buy the product. So, for more understanding, here's the graphical representation of perfectly inelastic. 0 ang ating elasticity. Pag less than 1, we have relatively inelastic or inelastic. Pag equal to 1, unit elastic or unitary elastic. Pag greater than 1, we have elastic. And perfectly elastic, we have infinite. So, for more understanding about elasticities and examples, I will share to you a YouTube video para meron kayong additional knowledge and more examples about this 5 types of elasticity and its meaning. The more substitute the product has, the more sensitive it is to a change in price, the greater the elasticity demand coefficient. The total revenue test, if we have here this table is presented na on your module. So, as you can see, given naman yung ating demand function. The quantity demanded of product X is equals to 80 minus 2px or the price of software. So, para makompute natin itong second column, quantity software sold, given yung ating price of software, this first column will be substituted with the px. So, for the A, 80 minus 2 multiplied by 0 is equals to 80. 80 minus 2 multiplied by 5 for B, we have 70. 80 minus 2 multiplied by 10 for C, we have 60, and so on, so forth. Pero paano natin na-compute yung price elasticity? So, since wala naman tayong previous data above 80, so obviously this would be 0 and the total revenue is 0 because 0 times 80 is 0. Pero for letter B, price elasticity, sabi natin, we have to compute for the change in quantity. So, 70 minus 80, we have negative 10 over the change in price. So, 5 minus 0 is equals to 5. So, we have negative 10 over 5 multiplied by price over quantity. So, multiplied by 5 over 70. The answer would be negative 0.14 approximately. Then for C, we have 60 minus 70 over 10 minus 5 multiplied by 10 over 60. So, we have negative 0.33. And compute for the rest. Make sure na i-practice nyo po yung computation using your calculator. And as you can see on the total revenue, we just multiply column 1 and column 2. For this diagram naman, demand, elasticity, and total revenue. Ano nga ibig sabihin ng price elasticity natin? If less than 1, the product is inelastic. Kapag greater than 1, the product is elastic to the change in price. And if equal to 1, that is unitary elastic. So, for this example, ang ating A, B, C, D are all inelastic because the price elasticity is less than 1. Remember, absolute value po ang pinag-uusapan natin. So, hindi natin tinitingnan yung negative or positive. Basta yung less than or greater than 1 siya. So, E is equal to 1. And from F to I, we have greater than 1. So, ano ibig sabihin yan? In total revenue test, sa product E, dyan tayo nagma-maximize ng profit. Bakit? If the demand is inelastic, an increase in price will lead to an increase in total revenue. Kagaya ng B, nag-increase siya ng 5, from 0 to 5, ang revenue natin nag-increase din. 0 to 350. So, pag inelastic, an increase in price will lead to an increase in total revenue. Pero kapag elastic, pag elastic siya, an increase in price will lead to a decrease in total revenue. For example, si F. Nag-increase pa rin yung price natin ng 5 from 20 to 25, pero yung revenue natin, nag-decrease na siya from 800 to 750. Pero yung unitary elastic, Diyan tayo nakakapag-maximize ng profit. So I have here an example application of arc elasticity in business situation. You may pause the video to study this example. This is an business application